The creator of Queen's Blood himself. So, is he the hardest? Well, no. Challenging, yes, but Neil and that other guy in Cosmo Canyon, easily the hardest still.
I think those are the most chips I've ever gotten. Alright, what's this amounting to? Letter?
手紙
Oh.
あんただったのか。
Fine. Okay, sure. I guess it could be you.
何か用か。なるほど。お前も亡霊に導かれたようだな。
Well, of course you can see ghosts, you're a vampire.
Desmond, you do know that he's not actually. Let me live in my fantasy.
Ooh, a mystery card. Maybe I should change my deck real quick. Okay, I'm gonna put this down so I can add to more points of the card above me. I could put a card down in the middle, but I'm not gonna do that. Let's go with this guy. So now I have 5, he has 0. Sure. Bang. And I don't have 3 pins yet, so I'm gonna have to save Rama for later. Where could I put him though? Not there. Yeah, okay. Are you at 13 already?
Because he has better cards than you?
That is... You're kidding me. You're kidding me, right? Nope. Bottom, I lose. It's over. Again, I still don't know how to put cards on top of other cards. The internet never told me how to do that. Which would have been one of the simplest things you could tell me. Hey, how do I put cards on top of other cards? Get an AI overview of, okay, well you do it like this. You gotta have this card and you gotta place it on this card, on this space, with this many pins. That's all you had to tell me. And it didn't. You frickin'. That's all I got is you frickin' because I can't cuss anyone.
女王と魔女をめぐる運命はお前を選んだようだ。狂乱の遊戯によって広められた闇は想像以上に深い。侮ると引きずり込まれるぞ。くれぐれも気をつけろ。事態は思っていたよりも深刻なようだ。魔女のカードが女王まで導いてくれる。
And that's all she's gonna do. You might be thinking, if you're like me, oh, I'm gonna use this to fight the Shadow Blood Queen and win. Nope.
I was right. Of course there's going to be one more. There wouldn't be only 29 matches. That's not a satisfying number.
Anybody could have guessed that. You're not special. Regina again? I keep bumping into her over and over again. Is she another waifu or something? Well, she ends up getting possessed by the Shadowblood Queen because the Shadowblood Queen needs a host. And as you definitely guessed by now, the Queen is easily the hardest opponent. I can make an excuse for Neil and even the Cosmo Canyon jockey because I was tired. I wasn't in the right headspace. But today, I'm awake and conscious. I know what I'm doing to a degree. But it was around this time where, big shocker, I realized that I was at fault the whole time. I looked up a guide and it ended up telling me which cards I would need. One of which I couldn't just buy from a vendor. I need to do this Costa del Sol minigame in order to win him, Guy Natick. And the guide gave me advice on which card to place where on the spaces. And I found the cards that I was personally looking for. This yin and yang card literally has a symbol on it showing a picture of a card being placed on top of another. So that burning question in my soul has been finally answered, and the guide helped me one last time about where I should place my first card, that being in the first middle space. So at the end of it all, I can still say that at the very least, I strategized on my own. Is there still luck involved in Queen's Blood? Yeah, I'd say so. But at the front of it is having good cards and strategizing. So that's the lesson I learned today, is I guess I'll word it as due diligence. I should have realized it from the start, but as I've mentioned before, I'm not really a card player in real life.
I didn't apply any of the rules that I'm used to the card game. For example, if you want to defeat a certain type of enemy or boss, you need to have the best kind of weapon, or the best spells, the right spells to pressure or stagger it, the best weapon to deal the most damage, stuff like that. So just like how I go to vendors or vending machines to find the right materia that I'm looking for, I should always go to vendors to search for the right cards that I need. And if I do challenge an opponent to Queen's Blood and I don't win the first time, I shouldn't be throwing a temper tantrum in my head. I should look at my deck and see if I need to edit it. If my opponent is able to put cards on top of their cards, those are the same cards that I should be using. It's the same thing in another game, like Dark Souls. You analyze the boss, their attack patterns, the kind of spells that they use, and you base your entire strategy on that. Of course, that goes without saying for anybody else who's actually smart. It just feels better to verbalize it so that I can have a better idea of what I'm doing next time.
The only person I belong to is Tifa and Aaron.
Oh my gosh, Vincent. Oh, thought you were about to shoot her in the face like in Psycho. Oh my gosh, again. Oh, she's fine. Why was there a stabbing sound effect? How chivalrous. Don't forget to thank Vincent.
私を止めてくれて、天才なんて持ち上げられていい気になってたんだよね。そのくせ裏では負けることに怯えてがむしゃらに力を求めた。
We all go a little mad sometimes.
掘り起こした伝承が悪かったな。あれは心の隙間に入り込み広まることで力を持つ、そういう存在だ。抗うことは難しい。
ただの天才なんて存在しない。全部努力の結果だろう。胸を張れ。
So is she an idiot but a hard worker?
一から頑張らなきゃ。もしまた女王が蘇ろうとしたら、今度は私が倒せるように。
Jennifer Tilly.
次は負けないから、また勝負しようね。
ああ。
では私も戻ることにしよ
We can hope.
助かった
う。こんなところで死なれては困るから
Well, in that case, can I die later? Like in part 3? I'd throw that away if I were you. Burn it, destroy it, bury it, I don't care. In conclusion, buy the cards, edit your decks, strategize, don't lose your mind.